You can create some very interesting shapes with the polygon tool in the same fashion that you could, of course, with any of the other tools such as the rectangle or the star tool. You also have full control over the amount of sides that you want to create with the polygon tool. A lot of the features I'm about to show you now are also applicable to the star tool and some of the other tools as well. So I'm going to choose the polygon tool, and I'm simply going to click and drag out the shape. Now you might be wondering why I have more sides in my polygon than you might have. That's because if I undo that and instead of dragging, simply click on my artboard, I get this dialog box and I can determine how many sides I like. So now I have 5 sides, and here's my shape. Let me show you something else you can do with this tool. I can click and drag out my shape and keep my mouse down on my keyboard, or rather keep it down on my Wacom tablet or whatever I'm using to draw. And as long as I'm still dragging, I can hit the up or down arrow on my keyboard to change the sides interactively, which is quite cool as well. So now I have 3 sides, which is the minimum, and I have a circle if I keep going. And that's another great way to use this tool. Once again, I can simply click one time on my art pad and enter a parameter such as radius, size, and the amount of sides, and once I say OK, then my shape is drawn for me on my artboard. The reason I like to use the polygon tool is because you can create all kinds of nice designs in conjunction with other panels such as the Pathfinder to create maybe a house or a barn. So you could use this to create a roof. So you can draw out a shape like so. I'll hold the shift key down to constrain that. And while I'm still dragging, what I'll do is hit the keyboard a couple times until I have something that could be the roof of a barn. And this looks like a good shape here. What I could do is let go of the mouse and click where my eraser is, grab my scissors, and then click on these points here, grab my move tool, and then remove the bottom part of this shape. And now I have what looks like the top of a barn. So I can then take this shape, then I could draw a rectangle, and what I can do is I can color both of these and just kind of move them next to each other, and there you have a barn. So what you could do is really create some very cool designs using the polygon tool in conjunction with other tools, and slowly but surely build more complicated artwork. You can then select these two and use the Pathfinder to combine them, but we'll talk about the Pathfinder panel in another lesson. So the polygons tool, very cool to use. Once again, you can use the same options on the star tool. Start to click and drag, and as long as you're dragging, press up on the keyboard or down on the keyboard to change the amount of sides.